Hey everyone, this is Yuri or Mayuri, and we got the official stream here of the MP15DC for Caltrain. So we're going to get right into this. There was a little stream yesterday that had some technical difficulties where I did a couple explanations, but most of my commentary wasn't captured. So now we're going to do things the right way. I'm going to quickly check on my phone to make sure that the stream is working. I double checked it yesterday. YouTube and Restream have been having a problem since COVID went into effect. I actually mean that there's been a communications issue between the two. I'm going to double check. And the stream is up. It is working. My friend DJ Wolf is here as always. And we're going to turn the Restream chat on. Pay no attention to the current start menu for Train Sim World. Anyone, if you're muted in the chat, you don't gotta be muted no more.
Oh boy.
DJ Wolf, ooh fam, yeah, welcome back, my friend. One of my longtime viewers. Alright. So, I've done a little bit of exploration and derailing and general tomfoolery with the Peninsula Corridor. With the new MP15.
You know, you kinda can't get rid of me at this point.
So now what we're going to do is we're going to actually... We did the training mission the other day. What we're going to do is we're going to explore a couple of things that we weren't expecting to do the other day. One of which is we're going to build the special train. I know a bunch of other people have done this. Do we want to do that, or do we want to do a scenario, guys?
Ballasting act.
Ballasting act?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Hold on, can we just scroll through the rest of the Okay, we'll do that later.
Yeah.
To be honest,
we'll put it in road mode for it, so. So most people on the stream just want to build the Santa Clara. We don't do that here on the Keemstar International Space Station.
With cutting trains of aggregate.
We're building a 10-car cut, but this one we actually run to a bunch of different parts on the line, dropping ballast cars off. So and I'm double checking.
I do not have this route, and I don't know how these ballast cars actually work. So
they are bottom dump cars, and there is an actual spot where you automatically dump them the same way you would load at Shaw Mine and Rockwood Mine on heavy haul.
Because I know there was the Great Western Express has like some kind of aggregate unloading thing.
It does, and I've used that.
I remember playing that.
I tried it once too, and then I spatted. I didn't tell you this case, I think, or maybe you didn't hear it last night. Apparently, there's been a bug going around recently where there are certain signals that are green, but they're actually not green. When you pass them, it fails you and says you passed a red signal.
Oh, isn't that beautiful?
When I did that aggregate scenario once, that happened. Or no, it wasn't that. It was the one where you rescue. It was the one where you rescue the dead HST. Have you ever done that one?
What no.
Great Western Express.
No, I haven't touched Great Western Express in a long time.
I haven't either, except for when I can't talk about that actually.
I only like
I can't talk about that.
I remember I ran the Intercity 125 at full speed.
I've run that before. That's fun.
And I did the one unloading thing. That was it. I only did those two things. Everything else I do is Northeast Corridor.
Alright, here we go. Ballasting Act. Z, are you here with me? Good morning. You have been tasked with cutting and delivering trains of aggregate cars across the line so essential track maintenance can begin. At a low frame rate. Oh yeah, we'll give it a quick look before we start running.
Because this is our official stream. Like,
yeah.
I can actually...
So this has actual, and I did double check this, the rotating bearing caps work. I'll say this right now, the brake pistons don't work like they did in heavy haul, they're static. The unit itself is pretty well done. You will notice some issues where sometimes you'll see duplicate numbers. The unit is actually kind of weathered. You have a ratchet type handbrake, except this one is fully interactive rather than the on and off toggle from heavy haul. You have new trucks. You have the actual EOT. That's granted, that's my modded one, but
there's an EOT.
Yeah, it uses its own EOT, the one from SFJ. So you've got the different the the proper scheme. The detail is pretty much spot on with the real unit. I don't remember if you can open the engine doors, but you can actually start it up and shut it down properly, unlike the SW1000R, which was missing the ability to prime the engine. Ditch lights do work on both ends. You can toggle them using the J key for the signal. It says signal light, but it really means ditch light. We're gonna get in this. There is some sort of cab audio occlusion, but it doesn't work that great. I'll be completely honest.
The engineer.
I thought you could, but I don't. I see a lever, but I don't see a way to actually do it. So we're gonna set the unit to lead.
The SW1000R you were able to change.
Yeah, you can actually change the height of it on one of the British engines, I learned.
Oh.
So we're gonna set ourselves to full service.
Putting the reverser key in as well.
Wait for the brakes to charge.
So just to say a little fun fact on the brake hand that I found. Do you ever wonder, or you wonder why is curved?
Why the handle itself is curved? Oh, this? Down here?
Do you know why?
It's for the bail
Not
off.
on this engine. Not on this one. It's a straight up bar. A lot of times they have it like an over.
It's so you can bail off.
Independent, but it kept hitting his knee.
Yeah. With the locomotive up and running, head to the holding yard and collect the train. So we're gonna run this in road mode, and I do want to let folks know these do actually work. You have road, you have series forestalling, and then you do actually have switching 1 and switching 2. Switching 1 loads very fast, switching 2 increases the locomotive's idle and loads even faster. So if you need to switch and you need to be able to get up to speed very quickly, that is the mode for you.
You're speeding.
Well, 10-mile-an-hour shunting is boring. So we'll be collecting this first cut, and then we'll be shoving out. And I will show off, just to demonstrate, that if you hit J, the ditch lights will only work if you have the headlights on bright. I'll make that very clear right now. So now we'll turn off the rear headlights. We'll set the front ones on, and then we'll press J, and we'll turn the ditch lights on. And we'll meet with a... What?
There goes the train.
Yep. Keep in mind as you travel along the line that other services will be traveling along the same tracks. You may need to divert from your path to allow them to pass. Good.
Oh.
Which is going to be scripted, but we know how it is, so... Let's give it a good old notch, get it out of the yard.
Should we point?
So yeah, I'll point out something for those of you, if you haven't heard about it from Dovetail's preview stream during March Madness, which was pretty short, otherwise you wouldn't have caught it. You'll notice the sounds, if you're a train simulator veteran, these are the same sounds on the 2012 SW1500.
Like me.
The problem is when Dovetail went to visit Caltrain, one of these MP15DCs was currently... Yeah, the one from Donner Pass. You'll notice that one of these was currently in active service, and they could not reach it, basically. The other reason was because the second unit that they wanted to get sounds from was broken. It was not in a position where it would be considered safe to... It was considered safe where they could start it up and actually get sounds from it or run it. So as a result, Dovetail had to resort to finding sounds that were similar. Normally dovetail sometimes has, and I'll say this for those who don't know, the reason why on some of the Class 1 routes, especially like, let's say, the Oakville DLC, why there are no good realistic sounds like the Jeep 9s using the dovetailed Jeep 9 sounds from TS, is because Class 1 railroads do not allow on-site visits. This is, again, not Dovetail's fault. This is due to the fact that most railroads see train simulators as a mortal sin or something. I don't know. Maybe they think it inspires the devil, like rock music in the 70s or something. I don't know. Alright, now that we're a little bit late, but I have lined it. Is the second set of points lined? It is. I do like the LED patterns. They've gotten better. So now we're going to get out on the main, and where are we destined to head to? We are destined to head quite far down the line, so we're going to get up to speed. We're just south of San Francisco. And we can go 50.
Can I have a for a minute?
Like, if you go to the outside.
What happens if I go to the outside? I couldn't hear you at all. What?
Yeah, you're a good show. If you go to one of the outside cameras,
Uh-huh.
and then like move the camera over like one car, I want to take a look at the ballast top.
I'll do that for you. It says GRCX, which doesn't actually, that's my modification of Dovetail. They all have dynamic graffiti. Unlike the actual CSX hoppers, though, you can't dump these. They only dump manually. They only dump automatically. They won't dump through manual control. All right, time to notch up. So they all have dynamic graffiti, which is something we wish we hadn't run it, but we don't. Because they don't want to have graffiti. Wait, oh no, they are filled with ballast.
The ballast looks weird.
Yeah, it's a pretty basic load. I first thought it was a tarp, but no, it's really just like a flat texture. Also, the cursed banking comm is returned, although it shouldn't be there, but there's really no reason to use it, actually. They'll never be using this in DPU mode at this time, except that it's with the use of the editor, which is still not out. Where does this part of the lane go? Oh, to another stub. That's what I thought.
The cursed bag.
I think I'm going to notch us down because the consist is heavy. Let's put it back into Series 4 stalling. And unlike the Oakville locomotives, this locomotive actually does have Doppler on the horn. I don't know about the bell, but on the horn it does.
Yeah, I don't think the bell has a Doppler.
I have to do something in Discord's volume because Train Sim I remember why Train Sim World was so loud, because I actually made it that way. Because the game is incredibly quiet. So let me go to Discord and see if I can make you guys louder by a significant amount.
There should be an output volume thing. You can adjust.
The thing was, we can't really feed much here, right?
You can't what? But I feel sad that this stream is way less viewed than the trash stream. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but Alright, so output volume. I have you guys outputting to 114%. I'm putting that to 200, and I'm going to regret every second of it. Can someone say a word without eating their microphone?
Word. Alright, I put the popcorn back down.
Alright, good. So keep talking. Alright, I can hear you guys better.
Are you pissing kidding me? I have to sacrifice a bug crawling on my wall.
By the way, folks, if you are a Train Sim World modder and you want to mod the sounds for this goes for NGC as well, provided he picks up this add-on, and any other modders. It is a simple set of a start, loop, and end, much like TS. So if you ever have a horn from Railworks America you want to put in this game, or you just have your own horns you want to make in general to use that format, it's incredibly easy to mod them in. And when the sound tutorial goes up in the next millennia, sometime before May, provided I don't die of this zombie plague or whatever it is that's going on outside, I'll show a tutorial on how to do it. For right now, the one tutorial that's on Train Sim World reskinning and sound creation, no offense to the original guy that's doing it, but it's not, it requires you to do things that are just somewhat unnecessary, and this process is not streamlined. That's what I tend to fix with my tutorial. It's still a good starting point, but it makes it a lot harder to compile. So we have 15 miles to go. What if we put this in switching 2? Do you guys think that'll help us get to 50 or no?
I think switching 2 is really for like 1 to 20 miles, or 0 to 20 miles an hour.
Well, I put it back in series because road wasn't getting us up to speed. Well, now we're getting up to speed because we're on a 1.3% downgrade.
I think series is good for this.
I mean, that's what it has in by default, but that's... You know what we really could have done to make things worse? We could have given ourselves passenger braking, so we had to do nothing but so we would have to do nothing but gradual releases. So now we're coming up on the BART territory.
There's no dynamic on this thing.
No, there is no dynamics. Some, I could have sworn there were some that did. Maybe it's the AC that has it?
Like this, I am not a fan of dynamics whatsoever, so I'm very glad to see that they don't exist on this one.
MP15T.
What?
I think it was the MP15Ts that got.
Oh. What? Who had those?
Seaboard system.
Oh.
Because while Chessie, they got the G15T, Seaboard system got the MP15T.
That's another scheme we can't mod in.
What?
Seaboard.
Aww.
Well, actually...
Darn you, Dovetail!
Well, hold on a second. If you can show me what the Seaboard logo looks like again, I might be able to make a slightly smaller version to fit in the Caltrain logo. I might be able to make it work. It's just that it's going to be the grayest of grays. Living in California with this virus is annoying because everyone is overworking it. The government of Cali is trying to fight for martial law. Yeah, I don't know what Cali's doing right now. It's a weird thing. Listen, I've been to Cali. I like the place. I've been there, thankfully, mostly to visit family in times of dealing with someone who's got their days numbered. But I've been to Cali, and it's a pretty nice place, but there are some things there. They've been pretty progressive, but the way they're handling the virus is definitely a little bit, I'm shaking my head at it. Also, at the time of this recording, folks, I do want to let you know this. If you've played the training mission, and it tells you can find more information in the manual, just like the MP36, the manual is currently not out yet. I'm not sure when it will be. It could be up to a week. It really depends. It's really up to Dovetail's discretion. However, a real-life manual for the real MP15DC can be found, and if I find it in a moment, a passenger service will be passing your location shortly. Await clearance before continuing. That's... await clearance. Alright, we're gonna put in a nice smooth initial reduction on. We crossed over, didn't we? We did. We're wrong hand running. So someone did say, I looked it up, someone did in fact say that it was, the 504 does have a P2 now, so I might try and put the Caltrain P2 on there. Unless you can find me a better P2Z.
I'm gonna sound like an idiot because I really don't remember. What is the P2 again?
You know the horn you hear on like the the Metrolink units?
Oh, you mean the horn? Okay.
Yeah, the horn. That's a P2. It's you hear it on the Metrolink cab cars.
K5s and Leslie's and whatnot. Yeah.
I've heard it. I heard it a lot when I was actually down the Rodums, and I know people hate.
You might want to slow down. That switch is thrown.
Yeah, but that is a 15. I got it. I've got it reduced. That is lined for. That is in fact 15 miles an hour.
Whack the Indy on entirely and put the brake on a little heavier.
It's in full service. We're coming in nice and smooth. See, nice and easy.
Millbrae?
Alright, now take the brakes off.
Yeah, we're at Millbrae at the. This is the BART terminal. Wait, it says the passenger service is right behind us. Where is he in terms of define right behind us? Oh, right there. He's barreling down on Millbrae.
Oh, jeez.
But he's gonna stop there, I think, so. Anyways, I wish we saw the tutorial again so I could show the weird issue with the unlatching and latching with the cars in the tutorial. We can go back to the tutorial after this, Ramanji. That's actually a good idea. I don't... Basically, for anyone who doesn't know, the way coupling works in Train Sim World doesn't follow... what's that word? What's that thing that's really common in real life? Logic, that's right. I always forget that when I'm playing a dovetail game. Always just seems to go out the door, doesn't it? Also, folks, modding the bells easy. There's just two files, bell 01, bell 02. I haven't figured out what either of them do. I imagine one's a different pitch than the other, but it'll be a fun and easy modding experience. Reskinning this, however, is not. Do not attempt. Wait for the service to pass. Well, where is he? I've got an entire load of no passengers to carry. Barreling down on me, my left foot. He's crawling. Well, time to open the window. Where's the air conditioning? Hold on. Actually, where is the air conditioning? Heater. Blower only.
Wasn't there something on the fireman side?
There is. There was a heater over here. There was an additional switch for it. Ditch lights on. Oh, there's front. You can toggle the ditch lights for front and rear. That's a new breaker they haven't done. Oh. Oh, never mind. Yeet. Also, you guys can adjust the fuses, and you can power the battery off. You can do a full startup. Not that there's a reason for it. He's gone.
I love that.
Oh, there's two. This game just dishes out more and more punishment every day, doesn't it? Thanks for not dimming your headlights, jerk. Well, mine are on full anyway, so the service is passed. Await clearance to continue. You mean wait for the dispatch to stop eating that cheese sandwich? Here we go. go. Yellow signal. I'm gonna turn that bell off because as interesting as a bell as it is, it's also ear destroying.
Most bells would be like you needed them to be loud enough to be louder than an entire train.
Yeah. Yeah, this thing's not revving up that much. You know what? We're gonna do the. Let's do it. Switching to. There. To quote Jeremy Clarkson, power. See, that's working better. That is actually working better. That really shouldn't be, I don't think. And this time I'll clip the part I found out because I think it's
going at like 22 miles an hour with the throttle on 8.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's a notch 8, does it? Also, there's that useless feature. Let me zoom in on it. For those who don't know, I wish I was joking. The sand doesn't actually do anything in Train Sim World. If you get moving because you held the sand key, it's pure luck. It's not actually because the magic school bus helped you. I'm looking for inspiration in these sentences here.
I don't know, that school bus doesn't look particularly magic unless it was just sliding and wasn't actually rolling.
Well, considering it can phase through solid matter in this game, I suppose there's a little bit of magic in it.
See, the first turned the bus into a normal bus.
Wait, Z, didn't you say it drove? Didn't you say it drove on 2 wheels in Oakville?
Yeah, the RV on Oakville and across, they're all leaning to one side, so it looks like they're about to tilt over, but no, they're defying the laws of physics. So they're just normally driving up 2 wheels.
Is anyone else seeing this weird artifacting around models? Like I'm seeing like
no, the stream's out. I've seen the stream.
Well, that was weird. The stream just went down on my end.
What?
It's back up.
Might be a flicker on my end.
I personally didn't see it drop.
It's a bug I've had with OBS where every once in a while if there's a micro stutter on my network, Twitch and YouTube just go, well, I guess his entire internet's gone, just stop the stream.
Right on the slapping school bus.
Well, this is a railroad crossing, so I'm going to treat it like one. It's pedestrian. Why is there no signs for this? This is an FRA violation.
Oh my god, this seems like a... that seems like a violation of many things.
There's so many violations. I have to screenshot this, send this to Dovetail. Yep. Yeah, sure. Well, I'll be right back, guys.
So, how is everybody?
Fine.
just ask in the chat. So, how is everybody? We got some downtime.
I'm really annoyed because I have to have the stream audio on to hear Yuri.
Same.
That also means that everything's echoed.
Dang it. What was it? That was 14. Actually, Clauseworth. The Clauseworth question Yes, he does still play Rene. He doesn't really stream it, but he does on the Ohio Valley server.
Welcome to the jungle. We got water balloons.
Welcome to the server. Welcome to the jungle. Get out. Playing Tomodachi Life. See how our Mii's are doing.
By the way, our friend Z here, with the help of, me, imported every NASCAR driver we could find on the internet pre-made into his Tomodachi Life.
Yeah. Some of them look good, some of them look...
I'm gonna admit, Dale Earnhardt Sr. is my favorite out of the bunch.
Oh yeah, I forgot Abby. Wait, Beef Boss is working a part-time job. Where is he working? Oh, that's Bob Ross.
Alright, there we go, I'm back.
Bob Ross.
That's right.
Yeah, we'll probably do the tutorial after this, and then we'll do the assembling the Santa Clara. There's gonna be 20 different... Claus, or you still play Run It? Yes, I do. I've been playing it a lot recently, I just haven't made any videos on it. Including the, 16 music video projects that have gone nowhere.
Yeah, I mean, I think the
Yeah, there's no Doppler on that bell. That irks me a lot. Like, how hard is it to put a low-pass filter on a sound?
I was going to say before.
It's really inconsistent, too. Some sounds have Doppler and others don't. And,
So it would be a low-pass filter instead of all ones in, but...
yeah. The thing is, they set up a filter, but they set up filters for individuals. They set up preset settings for individual sounds, which is fine. But the problem is they don't carry over general things like Doppler for most sounds. Z can tell you what the old locomotives used to sound like, where they had Doppler.
Oh yeah, the bell, yeah.
Well, you remember the horns on the heavy haul units? Where
No, the bells had it too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's the Amtrak unit did too.
Why the heck would you not use exactly the same thing on everything? Because the physics is the same.
Right, you would think that. The thing that's really confusing is one limitation they said is that apparently Unreal 4, which is what this is on, has only 32 sound channels, which when you have this much stuff going on, apparently isn't enough to actually make sounds work the way they should. So you'll have a couple sounds that sound great together, and suddenly one of them will just cut out because you need 33 sound channels all of a sudden. Z, did you just see how that RV turned on the right side of the screen?
Oh, no.
He turned, instantly tight.
Okay then.
That road pathing...
I saw it.
That road pathing is just... ugh. Also, another fun thing about this game is you'll see school buses. I know, it's like no one.
Is that they will simulate what they intend to,
and nothing else.
And nothing else.
Like the traffic lights don't work, which I get, but I'll say this right now. This is a great thing. I'll explain.
Wait, no, let's watch the RV come down that road. Alright, whatever.
No, I'll fly over into urban sprawl hell. I can't because there's an invisible wall now. Thanks, games. Yeah, thanks, Obama.
It was also really funny that both of us said and nothing else at the same time.
There's this one thing I love about this game, which you'll notice in this level. There's spots where you'll see train stations where you'll see a bunch of buses. And that's how buses turn. You'll see this great thing where you'll see a bunch of buses at a station. They're supposed to be tour buses, but Dovetail never made a single model, so they're all just school buses.
Holy shit, you're doing 60, Yuri?
I'm doing 60 in a freaking switching locomotive in switching Do you understand what this means? In real life, we are like 10 minutes away from blowing the traction motors because of the amperage.
If not one of the pistons. Like inside the engine.
I'm pretty sure they've designed these things to go 60 or 70 in case they get dragged. I'm pretty sure... Wait. Oh shit, I just realized something. I just made the terrible mistake. Does anyone see what it says at 200 yards?
Oh no.
Plug it! Plug it!
Yeah, it looks like you're getting...
Hold up, we have the exploit!
The exploit.
Did it work? Yes! We're gonna finish the scenario. On to the next one. You see,
didn't we say we were gonna show the tutorial?
Yeah, we are. I'm just doing this so I can get back to the menu. I'm gonna head to the tutorial. Actually, if I'm thinking about it, this scenario will show off exactly what you mean because we have to hook to the same kinds of cars. So it'll show the exact twitch. It should. Because we're starting in the exact same spot.
Okay. Yeah. Where's my clip button? Darn it.
The thing that I've seen here is like, all right, I'm not saying I'm a full-time railroader because I've only done like a small. I mean, our railroad's technically just is like a 20-mile long park. That's it. It's not, but we run under like real railroads and stuff. Not telling what it is. If anyone's ever found out what it is, keep it to yourselves. I don't need any you from YouTube showing up at my railroad while I'm working and taking out our equipment.
Why is Matt Peddleson playing Wreckfest?
It's one of his favorite games.
Huh.
He plays it a lot, actually, on his regular channel. I remember following. I've been following that game for a long time, ever since LGR did his video when it was called the most exciting title in the world, Next Car Game.
The giant enemy spider.
Nightmare is something for the on the NOS.
Okay, I've watched LGR. I have no idea what you're talking about.
There was a video LGR did a while ago, like this was like 2013 or something, on a game. Bugbear, the guys that made Flat Out, are the ones that made Wreckfest. But when they first made it, they didn't have a name for it, so they just called it Next Car Game.
Why though?
Because
Why am I getting recommended Alan Thompson's channel?
what?
Why am I getting Alan Thompson's channel?
I got recommended.
Because you're a piece of shit. That's why.
All right, just letting y'all know we are streaming the thing. So we get both units now, which I am happy. Oh, we get back to back. That's surprising. Also, the textures. I'm gonna time that. That took about 25 seconds for the textures to load in. I understand I'm running this game through a portable hard drive USB 3.0 connection, but 4 seconds for 20... Why does it look like the what is?
Good question. Never mind. It looks like the floor.
Set the lead or deed.
Lead or deed.
Alright, switching to.
Yeah, switching to mode's actually really fun.
Switching to mode is really fun because you can do a burnout and you're not supposed to be able to. A report has come in from Santa Clara that a passing passenger service has failed and is now stranded on the main line. Oh boy, we actually get to see the couplers issue that Ramaju was talking about. Also, for fun fact for you speedrunners, don't forget to T-bone the F40 coming in. That's a Strider 7X tip right there. Derailing in Train Sim World crashes Paper Mario. You know, that is a place that I've considered going next time. Is I want to go to. What is it? I would like to go to San Jose or San Francisco, but it was way too far when I was last there. Going to Barstow was fun, though. Apply power and reach a minimum of 5 miles... Wait, apply power and reach a minimum of 5 miles an hour. I'm going 10. Wait, do I have to slow down? How... I had to... Wait... Are you... I had to slow down to get this... What? See, do you see a problem with this engine that just passed me? He's leading with what headlights? Joey will appreciate this. He's leading with his trailing lights. Leading with his tail lights. Feel the detail, ladies and gentlemen. Feel the detail.
See, that's how.
Alright, we get to go 40. There's the amps I was looking for. Yeah, the audio's crackling. You know, if I ever get my other gaming PC set up at some point, which I probably won't because all I have are the graphics card. I have to get out of the cab. I can't stand that sound crackling. I'm sorry.
You know, I just thought about something. NS has sold all their shit to First Rail. Where the fuck are they gonna store all of it?
LTEX.
They have no store. LTEX is full.
That's what you think.
But it is.
They're gonna combine into a superpower. LTEX rail.
They're just gonna drive trains right out to the Texas desert.
LTEX. When I first heard what the name of that company was, when I was like, what's LTEX stand for? Someone went, Larry's Trucking and Electric. I went, but they only own trains. Where's the trucking and electric part of it? What's the speed limit for this turnout? 79 miles an hour?
Trucks on very narrow roads.
Okay, so this game wants me to take this turnout at 80.
We'll see about it.
I like having a pair of these units. Yep, I see it. I have the Indy on. I have to tap by it. You're approaching a failed train. Further reports indicate one of the generators on the locomotive is overheated. Slowly approach the train coupled to the rear. Which means if I hit tab, it should say contact signaler. Proceed at restricted speed. I can pass this red signal. But I'm going to do a stop and proceed like in real life, just for the fun of it. Alright, let's get in real close with this. because I can show the weird coupling bug when this shows up, and you can clip exactly what's going on. Alright, stop. Dim the headlight. And now tab. Proceed at restricted speed. So see, the next one it says is a red signal we can't pass, but that's for duh reasons.
I'm thirsty, boy, don't mind me.
So I think because we're going to do this realistically, I think we should kill the F40.
Good idea.
Alright, let's eyeball it.
Because here's some stuff I might not have thought of, Gary.
What?
In the programming for these locomotives, can you actually DPU?
Oh, for the MP15s?
with the F40?
You know, I believe you can, because there was a switch that said radio on the control stand, which technically acts like a DPU lead. In theory, you could.
Screw with some time later.
Oh yeah.
Like we just had like the F40. Like do we have?
Let's see if we can do the.
Back of the train.
That wasn't supposed to happen. That was not supposed to happen.
I want you to look at the track wheels.
Oh, okay.
Wait, someone's moving on that truck.
Yeah, let me put the independent brake on, and let me put the handbrake on maximum so that we can't move.
Someone's moving. Someone's animated on that truck.
Wait, do you see this? The chain actually works on the handbrake. Look at the trucks.
That's what I saw.
Alright, let's give this a shot. Let's uncouple and see if it yeets us. It should. Oh, look at the wheels, you said? The body's moving, but not the trucks. That's right. What the?
Yeah. The truck is up and down.
The regular.
No, yeah, he's right. The F40's twitching. The whole unit is twitching when it does that. Where's the lift bar on this? Let's do it that way.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, look at the trucks. Look at the trucks.
I'm gonna euthanize Roy Cooper.
Wait, yo, I know you're doing this groundbreaking shit. I want to tell you the trick you might not know.
What?
Right click your mouse. Right click with your mouse.
I did.
So that you can position the camera to look at the truck and then move your actual cursor over.
Oh yeah, that's what I've got right now.
Yeah. So like, add on screen and then there you go. That.
This is large brain time. Oh man.
Really blame Dovetail for this though?
Oh, yeah, but why is it happening? Is the better question.
Hey, here we go. Here's the main for you. When you put your phone in airplane mode, but it falls when you throw it.
Oh no.
Right.
Wait, does it happen on the
Right now,
whole?
I'm trying to find a good.
Wait, let's remember to kill the locomotive while you're at it.
You know, we're gonna kill it. I'm gonna get out of the unit. It says to proceed, but I'm gonna do that. We're gonna go in and we're gonna kill the unit because it seems like it actually is dead.
Milwaukee is driving around in a motorized porta-john.
I think it's dead actually.
Is it?
I don't hear any idle sounds. Wait, starts up. It is shut down. It's manually shut down. They set it up for this tonight. I see that. Naive square tooth Hassan shop.
Get shook yet.
This looks like this. They shut this down. They set it up to be shut down.
Wow. Pat on the back, Dovetail.
Just one pat though. Just one.
The attempt of an awkward high school
Yeah, we don't even have to kill it. They did that. Bravo.
Because there was no scenario we tried yesterday that we had to manually kill the engine, right?
Yeah, the one where we had to rescue a train in service mode. The unit was still running as if nothing had happened. So we're gonna swap caps. I'm gonna set this baby up the way it's supposed to be when it's not running. Let's turn the heater off. Oh no, I did turn it off. Headlights.
The fuel pump as well.
No, not fuel pump, gen field.
Gen field, not fuel.
I think we've shut it down.
Leader D.
Oh no, I set it back to trail 6 or 26, like it's supposed to be.
Just walk through a door.
Yes, that is.
Oh, that's something that's been like in heavy all beta.
That's an exploit of. All right. I always try to fudge it like that because leader deed. I'm gonna call it that because leader dead just sounds stupid.
Wait, the floor does move. I just realized.
Wait, where does the reverser go when I do that?
I saw that.
Wait, the reverser.
It's
Wait,
like the texture actually moves.
did you see this? There's actually a storage for the reverser.
There's a holster for the reverser.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
With the thing that I flipped with the
Gen field.
wheel track, is my guess is that two pieces that should not be like animated together end up getting connected.
Yeah. Thank you. So did they?
The passengers of the train are like super mad at us for like doing this weird shit.
Wow, they actually made it so it's fully dead. Because the marker lights are off in that too. I'm gonna laugh if I've been holding up AI traffic. Have I been?
The detail, it happens sometimes.
No, I haven't held up any traffic. No.
I don't think there's any other trains on the line.
Well, they all went to San Jose. You know, these sounds are kind of growing on me. I don't hate them. That was a 20 mile an hour. Yeah, all right.
It's like the, you remember when I showed you virtual name?
Yeah.
It's like, the GP9 sounds, granted they don't go all the way up to a full, like, 900 RPM.
But they're serviceable.
Still the generic ones. But, they're still good.
How much of a kick in the teeth does this feel as a crew that you just get your train out on the main line? You get out of San Jose and then 15-20 minutes later your train is dead.
It has to be rescued by the only two switching locomotives in the entire roster.
I had a time paradox
the only
last
other trains
night.
left on Earth, seemingly, except for those trains we saw earlier.
Yep. The best part I love about this game is that even in winter, the passengers' outfits don't change on the platform, so you still see like a woman in like a t-shirt and shorts in like 3-degree weather. Also, up in...
I thought it was weird to see that many people on Northeast Corridor at like 2 in the morning.
Sometimes people do that.
They do. I have a friend that does that. But the other one that was worrying was there was a point in time where the passengers wouldn't stay on the platform waiting for the train. They sometimes were on the main line.
Yuri, I just want to make sure it's ended in the locomotive. Did you set this one to switching to?
This is switching to.
Okay.
I did it because I figured we needed extra oomph to get moving because it's heavy. Because we're not doing like 80. If we were on the main, I would have put it in road mode, but I'm putting it in switching because there's 2 units, which means there's less of a chance of burning it out.
Yeah, we all know what burnouts look like in this game, right, people?
Oh god, don't... So when's my 10... So this is where I have to hit 10 miles an hour. Alright, let's do that. Full service. I'm only right there. Can I get under 10? Yes. Notched up. Burn the switcher out.
I'm sure that everyone on the train loves you slowing down to 3 miles an hour and then back up to 10.
He's not used to the breakers right in the area.
Welcome to America. Yeah, MBTA isn't even that jerky. Wait, which track do we have to go to? Oh, we have to stop here. Okay. Oh, because they... Oh, I see. We have to break down the train, I think. Let me look at the instructions. Yeah, we have to... We get to actually run this thing all around. Wait, did that say... For spelling mistake, set the automatic brake to suppression. Suppression.
We saw that yesterday.
I know, it's another. It's in another scenario. What am I hearing in the background?
Must just be the same line of text they use for absolutely everything. That's Rebel.
Okay, I turned him down for a little bit. Not muting him, but just so he needs to talk to me. So, the plane, you're not going to believe this, even though you physically can't hear it unless you use the note clip sheet using the console enabler, you can... The plane has sounds, which is cool, but you can't... But you can't hear them.
Okay, so... I honestly, one of the things I really want to do is I wanted to, like, see just a bunch of different simulator makers trying to make all of their simulators happen in the same engine.
Oh no.
So that like, that could be a guy in a flight simulator.
Oh lord, that'd be interesting.
Hey, Yuri.
Yeah?
Did you remember to turn the handbrake off on the locomotive?
Yes, I did drop it before we left. Let me just double check this one. Yeah, both are released. Because otherwise... otherwise you'd hear nothing but screeching. Do you hear that, folks? That's the sound of progress.
I have to pull up that thing from the Lionel 2019 Volume 2 cap.
You mean the Lionel Coin Bank? Lionel Coin Bank?
So, I
my
love how
screen!
you're just a ghost right now.
No.
That head...
Flipping switches.
Yeah, that's a good
I
exploit.
need to hear it again.
This headlight flare just...
In the sun. You don't even be able to see your headlights, really.
I don't know, man.
Here it is. Alright, remember this? Once it loads.
Is it in Discord General? Because I'll bring it up on my
the
phone.
online virtual catalog.
Also, I think it's mostly you guys just watching, but to whoever,
No, I want to say it out loud.
Ooh, I see the NLRX unit. Gee, that is awesome. It's not even in here,
Sitting
but...
right behind me.
Alright, we're gonna take the phone... Wait, so, are there still passengers on this train? Hold on. No! They actually got it right. They actually
No.
made... Dovetail actually fixed it.
Wait, where did the...
There weren't any in it.
The online virtual catalog is I forget I have the physical copy.
Well, here's the thing. This was a bug for a long time where passengers wouldn't leave disembark the train at the last station, so you would walk into this yard and there would be people reading a book for like 87 hours. And then, like, 2 patches ago, they fixed that.
But on the flip side, wait, when did we dump the passengers?
I think they were not in the scenario to begin with.
Okay, because I thought the scenario was that a passenger train
I think
got,
they
like,
disembarked
stuck.
them.
And of course...
I think
Okay, that makes it so that the whole, like, slowing down to 3 miles an hour is a lot better.
Yeah, because the only person I'm screwing over is myself.
About what noise would you say?
Who are these gentlemen?
What noise did you say the engine would make when the handbrake would be on? When you're just dragging it down?
Ree. This man hasn't seen his wife in 37 years.
What about
He is 37. Let that sink in.
No, they're sitting over there. You got crack.
So yeah, someone had a few too many. Someone had one more amphetamine than normal today.
Wait a minute. First,
Casey, look, the engine is almost short enough to go through the access door. So for anyone who's wondering, I understand there's a lot of jokes in this, but objectively, I'll say this. If you enjoyed the I'll say this right now, if you enjoyed the Peninsula Corridor, if you enjoyed the MP36, although it has a couple little flaws, if you enjoy services on the Peninsula Corridor, the MP15DC is for you. I haven't done a whole lot with it, but from what I've seen, there's a great deal of services. Journey mode gets you really well acquainted with this. You can do a lot of stuff that you can just mess around with on your own time. And in general, despite the sounds, it's very easy to mod if you want to do it. For once, I haven't said this in the past 2 product review streams I've done, this one is really worth picking up. The SW1000R has gotten much better, but out of the 3 things I've done serious review streams for, this is the one you want to buy. It's worth the $20. Now, what do we uncouple? We uncouple the Yeetmobile. That's just not how it works.
Wait, does that truck not do it?
No. Because it's the back car. It only has to do with the way these 2 couple. Alright, so now we get to go. We're going to gently move this locomotive.
So, you're ready for this or no?
Yeah, we're going to gently move this locomotive. $908 Redwood
PS1 boxcars from Lionel. Thump, thump, thump. The telltale sound of a flat-spotted wheel. Maybe someone left a handbrake tied on, or perhaps the emergency brake was applied. Whatever the cause, at least one wheel set in this car has a flat spot, and it's creating quite a racket as it rolls along the rail.
Wait, they said, or maybe the emergency brake. Maybe the emergency brake is applied. Freight cars don't have emergency brakes; they have a hand brake. That's why it's called a hand brake. All right, Lionel, I'll let it slip. We all know you have.
The emergency brake was applied on that car before, and it has the flat spot. But there's a Penn Central one, which means you can literally buy a Penn Central car screaming in agony.
Well, that's how they're supposed to sound. That's how Penn Central bought them.
Exactly. Except they're $135 catalog price.
If anyone wants to hear the sound of what a flat spot sounds like, go to Crowcat's video, That Feel When Cuphead. And the noises Twitch streamers make when they die in Cuphead is the exact sound that a flat spot makes on a railroad wheel. Just without the expletives. That's the only difference.
Quite a racket.
Quite a racket. Quite a racketeering.
Also, I know now's probably a bad time, But just bringing it up because in this catalog, it'll come across the water soon enough. The Providence and Worcester SD70M-2s.
1 second.
Oh boy. And he muted his microphone. His mom's probably yelling at him. I think Z is still on the call.
Yeah.
Got anything intelligent to say? Is Tomodachi life going good?
TV made a friend.
Oh, you like that TV thing I found you?
Well, no, I just put it in, but why not? Yeah, TV is now friends with Rebel. I'm now friends with Hank Hill.
Cool.
Then
I would think being a friend of Hank Hill would be cool.
yeah. Talk about number probing.
I sell propane and propane accessories down at Strickland Propane for 20 years, I'll tell you what.
See. Oh, I am hanging out with Hank Hill right now.
Just hook tanks.
You know about tank?
This thing can hit 036 curves, really?
Oh, Hank Hill just left.
Alright, I'm back. I mute the Twitch stream. I mute my mic when I do that, so.
There he is. No, I actually said, like, he's probably being yelled at, so he muted his microphone.
Okay, so let's do this. We're gonna shove back.
So, I know now's probably a bad time to bring it up, but Yuri, do you have any opinion on the Providence and Worcester SD70M-2s coming from Lionel?
I think they're pretty decent. I mean, the units themselves were short-lived is the problem, so.
They're not candy corn, they're the original P&W scheme.
No, that's what I mean, and I appreciate that scheme, because the candy corn I didn't.
At least we don't know what they're going to sound like till they ship off.
No, and granted, considering I've never seen the things in real life, I've seen 70M-2s from NS. I've heard those things at full throttle. A P&W one, I'm sure it's the same thing, but I haven't heard it, and I've heard Aces in real life. I mean, I'm more concerned with whatever speaker they use,
I think the P&W ones are actually X4 East Coast.
The what?
Railroad Picture Archives will tell you.
Providence, Worcester 4301 and 4302.
Yeah, they're
I think they're X4 East Coast.
yeah, they are.
Oh boy, we're delivering the locomotive to Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
They're at 100 and 102, I think.
I don't mean to be a jerk here to EMD.
They're not allowed to walk. You gotta bring the train.
I'm coming in under the limit. Wait, it says 10 miles. Wait,
As a 3-rail, high rail scale guy.
hold on. It says wait.
36 curves.
Wait a second. It says 10 miles an hour. Where's the 10 miles an hour? That's not a good sign. That shouldn't happen.
Wait, it says 10, but you're doing.
It's because the track actually goes through the shed.
Well, it says that you're oh, there's the.
I'm gonna let them know that I'm coming. This is actually how you have to do it in real life. You have to have the bell on this entire time in real life. Which, if you're an engineer that hates bells or had a traumatic.
3 millimeters away from them.
And we're gonna just gently. What the? Okay. I don't know what I did to you, but okay.
Probably waiting for your line.
Alright, let's put the handbrake on this.
I mean, I think that's supposed to be the replacement car.
I think so. Oh wait, what the? This is strange. So I'm hitting the key. There's no handbrake on this engine. Like, I'm serious, Casey. There's no handbrake I can set on the F40. So the only thing that's going to hold it for them is chalking. So we uncouple, we go back to a lead, and we shut down the engine.
And the Indy.
Oh, that's right, we have to wait our entire millennia.
Just for the general chat and like mainly just for Z alone. Let me see if I have that picture of the.
Hey, if we looked through that, what was that 2020 catalog that went live yesterday? Was that the MTH one?
Yeah, that.
We gotta review that. Did you ever put the video of us reviewing the Lionel one up?
Yes.
I have to watch that.
Oh God.
Ooh, I like. Wait, is that a tunnel motor?
See, the thing with the Lionel one was it was over 2 hours, and I couldn't put it online.
Could have given. Should have met me with the files at college, and I would have just.
But if anything, we could do the MTH one after your stream.
We could.
If you want.
I'd be down for doing that.
Hey guys, what's up here?
Good
It's your boy.
Half hour right there. I can just put it on YouTube right after.
What's up, guys? It's your boy Killer Keemstar here to review the MTH 2020 catalog. So he's got ghosts. He has ghosts.
Launch Planet Coaster after the stream. We'll do the screen and share thing.
He is in full power going backwards.
Yeah, the MTH Rail King Pocket Guide, whatever it is.
Oh, I'd be down for that.
He is in full power right now, shoving back.
Because I nicknamed it the Pocket Guide because I've actually held one of those catalogs. It feels like the kind of thing you put in like your back pocket.
Yeah, it's that kind of
Compared to, like, an
material.
actual catalog
One
book.
thing you want something that you're willing to get sealed,
Yeah,
stolen.
laminated. A laminated catalog. How would that work? I would love to see someone
I actually
make that.
think you get. Yeah, I think you actually get one of those every time you buy a Rail King starter set.
Wait, hold on just a
One of the
moment here.
booklets. The Rail King pocket booklet.
I gotta let this sink in real quick. We have to wait for him to fully leave the yard? We're gonna be here for like 20
And coupled to the. Oh no.
Wait, let's see if he
Wait.
turns. I want to see if he turns his rear
I thought we were
headlight off.
breaking down the train.
We did. No, no, because it was a failed locomotive. So I thought we were breaking down the train. He's. Wait, what's he doing?
Just sitting there.
Yuri,
Oh.
all you had to do was just press tab and contact the signaler.
Denied, no route available.
Casey.
Denied, no route available.
So Dylan haven't seen you once, but he kept him catchphrase when he's happy. What should I do?
What was that? Hold on, the stream's really loud. My ear.
Holy haberdashery, Spider-Man.
Wants me to give him a catchphrase for when he is happy.
Dale Earnhardt Sr. Oh boy.
And that's the right to do.
Hey,
Looks good, too. Yep.
Amtrak
The model
54.
looking.
So this is cool in my state.
Hold on, I'm actually gonna look him up real quick, see if any of his famous catchphrases are like on his Wikipedia.
Yeah, we have to wait for him to leave. You know, this is one of the few service.
Let's go, recent boys.
That's more of a deal.
You know, as much as normally I give Dovetail real crap for some of the scenarios being bad. Like Z can back me up on this.
I
How
feel
bad
like I just won the Winston Cup.
how bad Oakville was with the scenarios.
I win.
I won the Winston Cup.
This is the most comprehensive scenario.
I won the Indy.
I'm gonna hit. So isn't our job done? Yeah, but our locomotive technically goes on the other end of the shed. So what we have to do is wait for him to leave, go back down this track, and we have to go back and we have to stop ourselves on this track right here, so that we're out of the way. Because right now we're on the maintenance tracks. But we can't do it until he leaves.
And I honestly don't think Dovetail wants people going through the sheds.
You can, though. But you're not supposed to, because the doors don't open. It's a solid building. So I just took a look at this.
Like, the doors aren't animated.
So I'm going to say this right now. This is probably my favorite scenario of this DLC for one reason. Because everything in it happens for a reason. Let me just break it down. We grab locomotives, we go up, we we pass a restricted signal, we hook up the train. The train is already dead and disembarked. We drag it back. We take the lead unit off. We park it next to the service shed. Another replacement locomotive gets called up, hooks onto the train, turns head-end power on, turns all the lights and all the bells and whistles and everything it needs to be on, does that, and then leaves out on its journey, and then we just put the locomotives back where we found. This is exactly what would happen on the railroad, and I love it, because for once, everything is happening with an exact purpose. It's not just like, oh, whoops, this locomotive failed en route because someone poured mustard down the wrong cylinder intake.
It wants you to uncouple the F40.
I did, though. Oh,
Sorry,
never mind.
what's this mustard incident? No, you didn't.
Here, let me put it back. I just show it back a bit. I remembered why we can't move. Because I did a smart thing. I left the handbrake applied so it couldn't move. Now that is complete.
Yeah.
Bring your locomotives over to the storage track when they load. So I guess what we'll do is we'll probably do, I mean, we could go back and do ballasting act again, but I kind of want to do that other scenario, whatever the third one was. I think it was cutting cars, where we do switching here. Or you know what? What if we did the Santa Clara? What if we did, because it's part of this DLC? What if we did that specialty train from San Francisco with the doubleheader? We've never done that. I know that's one that I know Z would want to do, just because, why? Because there's 2 locomotives in a passenger train. I don't like that we have to stop like all the way up here, because that's unnecessary, but, you know. Excuse me, we have to be right at 0 yards.
Wow.
Alright, let's make this quick work of this. So, we gotta go there. How are we getting there, folks? We're gonna go here. We're gonna follow the magical path back. At least we get to go 10 instead of... Does that passenger train actually stop at the station? He does. But he's got to... Wait a second. He's leaving the map for Gilroy. This guy's got his headlights on full bright, like he's ready to go to some... Which unit is he? Oh, he's 911. I can't say it the other way because then the channel might get flagged, so we're not going to say that.
Gee.
Look, guys, an unoccupied consist. Suddenly, Caltrain has a new passenger service. Who's leaving the man? Leaving the main. So yeah, we're gonna...
Map.
Oh, who's leaving the map? The passenger train that was a rescue. He's down here at the station, and this yellow signal means he's going to go to here, where he's going to enter a portal that is 4,300 meters long. and then he's going to disappear from this universe and enter another universe like Steins Gate. Thanks a lot, John Teeter. No one here has seen Steins Gate, have they? It's a good anime. It's actually really good.
I've heard of it.
If you've ever heard the joke, it's, I had a friend a while ago, ex-friend now, we're kind of still sorting that out. But yeah, it's, for what it's worth as an anime regarding time travel and just stuff, the characters, I mean, that's where my other name, Mayuri, came from, Mayuri Shina. Who's just, she's adorable. But she's the secondary main character in Steins Gate. And it is for an anime regarding time travel.
We got a problem here.
What? What's wrong?
I don't want to cut you off from talking about your stuff, but
go ahead.
For those who don't know, Mayuri here and I are doing a video series.
Oh yeah, you can tell them about it.
He's the narrator of the series, and I so wanted episode 4 to be my 69th video on the channel. So I just went now and went through some videos and just took them, private, and unlisted them, and it still says I have 68 videos on the channel.
Oh no. You can make it your
I have to take down some videos.
Well, you can make it 69 to the like negative third power or something.
This is hard.
Oh wait, we have to stop behind ourselves, otherwise the game doesn't consider us complete.
I'm gonna take down some videos that like.
So can I plug?
I have like the hardcore files on my computer.
Can I plug your series for you?
I had an editing software.
Can I plug your series for you? Or do you want to wait for another video? Can I plug your series, or do you want to wait?
Context being...
By plug, I mean like advertising.
What do you mean by plug?
Advertising it.
Like promote.
Oh, by all means, go ahead.
Okay.
Yes.
So, fellow citizens, have you two ever watched the Alex Jones podcast?
Videos, I know I have the files for. I'm gonna delete these.
All right. So here goes my promotion. Fellow citizens, have you two ever watched the Alex Jones podcast? Do you feel your life is unfulfilled? Do you enjoy series like the Model Railroad Chronicles and Model Railroad Series by Ron the Cyborg and Trainmaster 844 respectively? Are you divorced? Well, then look no further than the Nickel Floyd Railway series on YouTube.
Oh, that hurt a little bit. Are you divorced? The Tri-Rail series.
Tri-Rail series.
From Nickel Floyd Railway.
Tri-Rail series from
Episode 2
Nickel
is in the works. If COVID doesn't suck as much, you know, angle cocks.
Did we just hear a plane for a moment?
If COVID isn't sucking as many angle cocks right now, episode 3 would almost be ready to go.
Is that the moon? That's the moon. Hello, moon.
Okay, stop. It still says I have 68 videos and I just took down 4.
You have to review it. You have to wait for it to update. Wait, which locomotive am I supposed to set the independent? It thinks I'm in the other locomotive.
Then I just took down a lot of videos.
It thinks I'm in the other locomotive.
Uh-oh. Well, do you mind if... I don't think anyone's really watching. Do you mind if we just do like a quick rundown of the show real quick?
Sure, yeah. It only says there's 3.
The highest watching we've got for a while.
Let me just make sure everything's off on this unit before I shut anything.
I'm one of them.
Gen field is off. I think we've locked down this unit. I'll put the handbrake on the other unit. Oh no, that's what we have to do. Trail 26, and then we have to teleport because set the automatic brake to handle off.
Because dovetail.
Great work. Now disembark and take a break before your next assignment, which is what? Hold on, we have to do something very prototypical because nothing is hold.
So, once that goes away, it's like disembark the locomotive and go to this spot.
Hold on, this is.
Yeah, what did I just say?
No, this is how you do it. You see this? This is This is the release handle. So now the handbrake is fully
You have to crank it.
You actually have to crank it. Isn't that cool?
That's awesome.
I know. This is actually one of the DLCs I'm really happy about.
And also, you need to get off.
Can we see the plane? There is sounds for the plane, but I don't remember if I recorded them in a video or not.
I love you can climb down the ladders, and then on the cabin, you can just, like, jump off the side.
Did I get a gold medal? Yes. Already level 4 on a locomotive that... Stop accuracy. Was stop accuracy
We're
important
just
at
gonna
all?
see Yuri's best locomotive, the MP15.
Listen, as much as I love the SW1000R...
Actually, that's something you should do real quick when you're done with this, Yuri. Is go to the setting, or go to your profile, see what it thinks your favorite locomotive is.
Oh, I'm curious. I want to go check that really quick. Did we just hear a plane for a moment? I don't think so. I'm pretty... The problem is there's so many...
Mine's, I'm so happy to admit, is the SC40-2.
Mine, I think, is the F40.
Is it? I would have figured it was the 4400, but... Mine used to be. It used to say it was the ACS-64.
Why do you think I purposely do all that co-loading on heavy haul? I wanted to say the ST40-2.
My fans were racing during that.
Yes,
Did anyone notice, for once, the game was...
Strecke Rhein.
Yeah, that comes out in 4 days. I will not be purchasing it. Do you know why?
Oh.
What comes out in 4 days?
The Hauptstrucker Schmergen
profile of like a human.
Best train. Are you kidding me?
Right there.
Train.
It's the thing I hate the most. Are you kidding me?
The cab car! Train is the cab car.
Oh.
It's probably for all the. It's probably for the genocide and what.
Wait, let me look at some of these. So Class 47 has gone very small. Class 45 I've actually done a service with. Class 101, Class 66, not much. Class 43, 24 miles. Class 166 I've done nothing with. The 185.2, yes. 143, not much. Game just froze. Let's check some of these other garbage units. The Canadian, yeah, no. Oh, that's right.
It sometimes freezes if you haven't like seen it. If it hasn't rendered some of the assets in a while.
Yeah, the distance is wrong on this because my actual record is on the dev build on the other profile. The Jeep 38-2 I went pretty far with though. How far did I go on the
I love how many miles you walked compared to driven.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's a funny story about that. If you connect this game with Cheat Engine, and you use the altered game speed option in Cheat Engine, you can sprint incredibly fast. So you can cover 48 miles in a couple of minutes.
Like you could probably remake Sonic like first-person stuff with this.
Yeah, the problem is the faster you go, the less time the game has, the longer the game takes to load things. I have not driven the Class 37 into service at all, which is a lie, because I know I did. Class 31, which Z and I actually did. 377. Long Island Railroad.
There's the AM7.
Oh boy.
And when
That's almost close to being your best, as the game puts it.
It looks like it, and then there's this, which is also level 4 with way less miles. What's the SD40-2? Wait, what? 11 miles, but only level 1?
That is an insult, man.
Jeep 40-2, 27 miles.
Anyway, when you mentioned the like the interesting story. I was expecting it to be something like you somehow got off the train while it's driving.
Wow, 57 miles.
You had to like run
Someone
back.
likes the SW1000R.
Yeah, you have to like run to it. That happened once. I think I fell off a train and I ran to catch it, and I was Sonic the Hedgehogging my way down the line. It wouldn't let me get back on. So notice the locomotive it's showing right now, and then look at what distance traveled in this case. You see the problem here?
It's the ACS 64.
Yeah, SW1000R. Will it load? It should load. There's my mod. DB182. I know I've actually...
There it is.
Whoa, what was that?
Just music, though.
Did anyone see the weird yellow
Ooh,
grid?
That was the best design.
Whoa.
I haven't seen it do that.
Yes. That came up on the stream.
That's the mesh.
Oh,
That's the
there's
skeletal.
the cab car. Come on, you
That's
gotta
the
click the cab car.
What's the class 40 doesn't count because I only bought the DLC that at 48 miles. It's a guilty pleasure. The 155, which is I like because it's a German box.
Wow, I've seen 9632 a lot, actually.
Let me just go through these and then we'll try a little bit more with the MP15. Let's see, class 33. Is that my blue skin loaded on it? I can't tell. 21 miles. I did run the 4.
I was just curious to see this, you know.
The class 52, which uses my reskin that I've never released. Well, I technically did, but it's garbage. I don't like that unit because it's not. I don't even know how to explain it. Let's see, what's the other scenario we didn't do? Do we want to try this special express?
Username for this game, no?
Do we want to try this special express real quick? Swap lead loco. Replace. Hey, that was a service. Replace the lead locomotive on a failed
How long
train.
will that take?
That says it'll take 9 minutes.
Let's try that.
Well, hold on. I'm
Let's
trying to
see how that looks.
Yeah?
There we go. Special train.
Okay. Open up.
I think the rest of those special.
That's a deadhead back to the shops. Let me just.
That's a coast-to-coast run.
Yeah, but that's us non-stop because we're deadheading.
Thank you.
I'm trying to find the special train up, but I can't find that. I know why I can't find it. Because it uses this.
Because you're using the...
It uses the Go-Go Nippon cab car.
it uses the cab car.
Wait, then where does it leave from? Hold on. Northbound special. With limited stops.
Yes?
I mean, do we want to try this or probably
Extra
not?
service in the limited stops. Okay.
I guess we'll try the replace a failed locos thing.
If you want to do the MTH thing, you know.
It might be better to just maybe do another stream on this later because it's close to 7 and I don't know what my folks
real
sometimes.
quick, if you don't mind.
My folks sometimes have. I'll just do the loco swap for fun, just to test that. Actually, we'll test a bug.
Yeah, I'm gonna just refill my drink and use the bathroom.
I'm gonna
real quick.
test. You do that. We're gonna test the unloading.
Oh
thing.
wait, what? What's this?
The unloading hoppers. Operate low switcher duties. Unload aggregate material.
I'll be really quick.
I gotta do the same thing as well. I'll be back in a moment.
Do.
I thought that was my computer for a moment. I'm on YouTube, and I do not do any content that is related to this one bit.
You get the phone?
Got someone? The heck?
Oh, tell me the game's still loading. So this is the Union Pacific GP38-2 that I have actually not seen since the trailer of the game.
They just sort of scratched the number into the little dashboard thing on
It's
the
like
side.
the CSX Heavy Haul as well.
Alright, I'm back, and I have an explanation on how those mode switches in the switcher work. This is from Schlick on the Train Sim Community Discord, or some of you may know the author of the Railbox Boxcar YN2B scheme and Burlington Northern Santa Fe Covered Hopper, which you can all find on Railworks America on the Train Sim World section. Here he says, so road, normal boring does everything like a GP would. Series, forestalling. Series forestalling does the same thing as road, but prevents old switchers like the SW9 MU to another locomotive from transitioning to series parallel. Otherwise they would parallel and it would create jerky movement and you'd rip the knuckle off, basically. Switching 1, the reason people like these things, forces load regulator up to max, resulting in very high amperage even from low power settings. It's not modeled correctly in Train Sim World. Switching 2 is the same thing. Switching 1 forces the engine to go to notch 3 even when the throttle is below notch 3. Results in incredibly high amperage even at low throttle settings. Not properly run. This thing seems to have some magic unicorn powered thing in it that prevents it from going above a certain amperage at certain throttle settings. But it works. So what we're going to do, my friend Casey here found out that there was a bug.
Damn good.
My friend Casey here found out that there's a bug with Heavy Haul, which some of you may not know about.
Yes, you want me to explain it?
Yeah, why don't you explain it?
So basically, for those who don't know, ooh, that's a good horn.
This is
I'm a scrub that wants to get the CSX Carbon Overhaul achievement.
Keep going.
It's so for that, 2 times throughout the time that I'm running the game, I do the, whatever it is, the beam mission on CSX Heavy Haul for co-loading. Which is pretty much loading at Shaw Line.
Yeah, U876P.
I have the game running. Yeah. What happens is basically you have coal hoppers and a coal loader. The coal loader automatically knows where to drop the coal into the train, and it knows that once the coal hopper is full, just turn off the coal loading. Seems legit, right?
Right.
Recently with the game, if you don't have a 100% fill rate on that hopper, the coal loader continues to try to load that hopper up. Meaning once the car isn't under the loader, it keeps trying to load the hopper, but it's not in range for it to actually go into the car. meaning that the next car behind it is going to have the cold animation going into it, but the counter is going to say there's 0% of coal loaded inside the car. Meaning you have to stop the entire train, reverse it, get it to that little spot where it'll load up finally, and do that rinse and repeat if you overshoot a hopper. Ow. Also, that speedometer.
Yeah, that's wheel slip. This particular...
I even put a thing in Train Sim Community, and no one's done anything about it yet.
Yeah, no, sometimes they don't, and I don't know why. By the way, folks, don't try reskinning this engine.
Like, I honestly don't mind it as an issue.
But it's one that shouldn't have cropped up from some basic updating.
It's a big issue, though, for people that, like...
For the more casual crowd, I can see it being a big issue. For those of us that know... For those of us that know to load it like a mile an hour.
We have to use the AC 4400. You know what I'm talking about?
With the cruise control.
Or like you have to set like the speed regulator on it with the cruise control. Yeah, that doesn't load the hopper to 100%.
You have to drop the cruise control down lower.
I can tell you that now, it does not. But the game won't let you do that. It's rooted to only let you click on the buttons it wants you to.
Don't tell me we have to do 10 miles an hour the entire way. So, I don't know if Servo's still here. He's not. This will be the last thing, and then we're gonna probably shut the stream off.
Just Z's muted, so it's just you and I right now.
Do you see? Oh.
Yeah, we'll do the NTH thing if you want.
No, do you see this? So this is a siding up here, right? It's an abandoned piece of track.
No.
Yeah. Well, the problem is the rails don't just end. I would expect the rails to end here. They end in the crossing.
No.
Also, this one.
And there's a rail joiner, by the way. Look close. There's a rail joiner in the actual crossway, meaning that rails were soldered to, or joined together.
I see exactly what you mean now. My God.
Oh yeah, that's weird.
They do this in reality sometimes with sidings when they're abandoned. They'll just disconnect them, but they won't rip up the track because why bother wasting money on something if it's already not going to be in use?
Yeah, but not in the actual.
Well, no, because if
crossover,
someone drove over that and say they had a flat tire, that gap is going to rip anyone's flat tire out. We have to go 10 the entire way. Let's not do that. We're gonna do 20.
That shit never. Oh, are you gonna say it for old time's sake or no?
Not shade. Never wait. What's passing? Oh, you.
Not that. I meant to think about the railroad you're working for right now.
Oh. Notch 1 never late? I don't remember what I said about my workplace.
I don't know, maybe about the color and the road name? No, in the game.
We're a great big rolling railroad doing 4 miles an hour. Oh yeah, here's some of those buses that the city transit uses because poor.
I love. Oh no.
These are city buses. These are not school
Does it say
buses.
school bus? It does.
Someone
No,
thought
look on the front. It's a school bus.
there was a joke a long time ago where I was supposed to make, because I had made Thanos' car in this because there was a pickup truck that was white. I reskinned it to be purple. Someone once said, "Well, you need to make someone."
Yeah.
So I immediately went, "Well,
I
fine."
actually got a purple truck to spawn in heavy haul though.
So for once, I went, "Well, you know what? Fine, Thanos bus." Yeah, that didn't. Here's your unloader, by the way.
Thanos train.
Here's your unloader. We're gonna make sure that that works.
Do you remember that one?
Thanos train. Yeah, I'm well acquainted with Thanos train. Someone else made it, and I poured it into the game over the course of 20 minutes.
Wasn't it like an Atlantic Coast or something?
No. Thanos train was the German cab car.
Cause you know they're purple.
Oh, you're thinking of the ones the Infinity Wah thing I made. Yeah, that was like
on like Railfan Hell.
Oh,
there was,
I don't even remember what that
on
was.
Railfan Hell about Thanos train.
God, I don't even know then.
It was like an Atlantic Coast like F unit or something, like how they're purple. It was like Thanos train.
Oh yeah. Then there was my Thanos loading screen in Train Sim World Infinity War.
That had to be interesting.
Okay, but what would be the plot of a Train Sim World Infinity War?
Paddleston tries to save the universe and fails.
What CSX does in real life, which is precision scheduled railroading, where they overload a freight train with far too many cars and it stalls on a grade and fails.
CSX, how?
Did you know that? Wait a second. I think it's been a year since Train Sim.
Launching a couple of cars.
No,
right?
I just realized I think it's been 3 years since Train Sim World came out now. Wait, Casey, can you look up something for me really quickly on the Steam page?
2017, around this time of year.
Well, it's 3/17, but can you look up the day that Northeast Corridor New York, when Northeast Corridor New York was released? I think it was the 21st.
Oh yeah, sure. Of what, March?
Yeah. It should say it on the Steam page.
Hold on.
We're gonna go to the aggregate loader.
It was actually today, 2 years ago.
Was it?
March 20, 2018.
So this marks the 3 years since NEC was released, and the signals are still broken, just like real New York, but not because New York isn't that bad.
2 years on NEC.
2 years. All right, here goes your aggregate loader. You ready for this? Let's see if it works. I'm gonna shoot right over these and see if they unload fully.
No.
Wait, it didn't finish unloading. Oh, but there's no percentage symbol.
Go a little faster then. Oh wait, no, shit, that's the end of the line.
Yeah, it's the end of the line, so as much as I would love that, I also am really a big fan of not derailing. Here, we'll shove back at like 80 miles an hour.
Alright, air brakes now.
Let's unload at 10. It doesn't work. It won't unload. So it's weird. The percentage thing is only part of heavy haul.
Like I said, there's a certain limit to how fast it can be going before it wants to go level.
For this one, I think it's under 4.
Do this. Hit control. I think it's control and 1.
There's nothing.
Yeah, and then it does nothing.
So have we finished it, like doing the actual review portion of the stream?
We're just checking something out.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's as far as I'm going to go with that. So, all in all, I got to look at how long we've been streaming for, because this is probably one of the most successful Train Sim World's review streams I've had. This was shorter than Oakville, and yet I have a far better review of the product as a whole than Oakville or even the SW1000R, which I had for 5 hours. So for what I'm going to say, my end result for this, if I'm going to be complete honest, and normally this is a review that I'm surprised, this is a verdict I'm surprised I am myself giving. The MP15DC is an 8 out of 10 from me. The services work well. If there are any little bugs, I haven't encountered them yet. Someone said that there was a green signal in ballasting act that gave them, was actually a red, and they did a signal pass in danger and it failed them, but I don't know anything beyond that. I didn't have it in my scenario, I just blew a red signal. But from what I can gather, I give it a 7 or 8 out of 7. I want to say, well, maybe not 8, I don't want to be too generous. Probably about 7.5, I want to say, maybe 8. And I like it, and compared to Oakville or even the SW1000R, this is probably one of the better DLCs. It feels right, it runs right, for about as well as it can. It looks amazing. It's a nightmare to reskin, which is why I'm taking a point off. Again, that's kind of subjective. Dovetail doesn't intend it that way, but as a person that's sole job, Train Sim World is mostly making reskins. It is... I'm working on a reskin for it, but the chances are it might not work out because of the terrible mapping. But I like it. The scenarios actually seem to make some sense, and they work, and there's actually the plot to them, if there is, you can call it that. Everything happens for a reason, and it makes sense. It adds, that new special with the double header. It adds some interesting stuff to how the F40 and cab cars work. I don't know about the MP36. I don't think it affects those. But it gives you more to do. It gives the sorting yards. It gives some of the yards that were otherwise useless in the game actual purpose. And as much as I was complaining about the sounds originally, maybe I would like a different horn and bell, but other than that, I don't mind it. So, that's my final verdict on it. It's worth the $20. If you're someone that's still really skeptic, wait for it to go on sale in a couple months for maybe like $10 or $15. I don't know how much Dovetail will mark it down by, but, yeah, go out and buy it. Dovetail has redeemed themselves with a DLC. I can't say the same for the next German DLC, though, because I have no intention of buying it. So, see you later, folks. Thanks for watching.